Well, I brought this because I like it.
Well, hang on, you've just...
No, I like it. This is brilliant, but I like this.
I'm already prepared for people in the comments section to lose their mind over the fact that I'm not going to rank 3 Ultron again. And I'm sorry, I know that people are very big fans of the guy, and I'll tell you what, I'm actually starting to like him more and more as the days go on. I am starting to warm up to him. I mean, listen, people change. I just ranked 3'd Colossus, right? So Ultron kind of fits that bill as the same kind of champion for me, where he's like a super good buffed champion who's everyone's favorite, but I just don't personally enjoy playing. But he's very, very good, and he deserves a rank up. So I think he's gonna go to rank 3, but not today. So I didn't expect to be able to do this so quickly. Now, today that I'm filming this, I actually just ranked Colossus like 2 seconds ago, actually. Same level up. It's going to be vastly different times of uploading. I did not expect to be able to rank 3 War Machine so quickly. I just ranked Howard, and I was at 50% of the Tech Catalyst. And it was the anniversary calendar, gave a 25% selector, and I chose Tech. And then today on Gifting, there was 20% selectors. I chose Tech. And I literally just, by the skin of my teeth, formed a Tech. And you know what, man? If I were to pull Penny Parker or enough SIGs to dupe Guardian at a high SIG, then he's going to get passed up on. And I would love to have this guy at rank 3. I'm a really big fan of this guy, and I'm just going to hit the button. And there he is, War Machine rank 3. Since the day he was buffed, I've been into this guy. Alright, man, so I definitely recorded that video quite a bit ago at this point. I still have my old studio set up. I actually checked the file, and I recorded that on December 20th of 2021. So I've had War Machine at rank 3 for about 3 weeks at this point. And I gotta tell you, man, I'm definitely really loving him a lot. I still am super happy with this rank up. Super excited to show you guys so much of the really cool gameplay in this video today. I figured I have this shirt, right, that I haven't worn too much ever. Probably the best way to show that off, right? Do like a dip thing on the chair. But we've got the War Machine shirt on today for the War Machine Ultimate Showcase. Now, it's not been too long since I made my Is War Machine Underrated video. So I've showcased this guy quite a bit over the past, month and a half or so, right? But we're going to showcase him even more today. So my War Machine is rank 3, SIG 40, alright? And I feel like SIG 20 to 60, that's all he needs. So I'm very happy with where he is. I'd like to get him duped one more time. Not going to give him stones. But anyway, man, let's start jumping into some content today. So before we do that, of course, like always, we gotta talk about some of the synergies you're going to be seeing in this video today. So there aren't too many synergies that, War Machine really benefits from as an attacker. He has this one right here, this one over here with Tigra, alright? Armor ups gain flat 30% ability accuracy and potency. Additionally, during special attacks, gain plus 30% attack rating for each armor up buff or passive on either champion, up to a maximum of 300%. That was really good when he used to get a bunch of armor up buffs during his old SIG ability. Now it's decent, right? Gives you plus 30% attack rating on specials with your natural armor and any more on the opponent, right? Not as good as it used to be, though. Over here, this one is probably his best offensive synergy. Armor break debuffs inflict on the opponent have 30% increased potency, okay? He also has a few other decent synergies as well that go along more so with like utility though. This one is so good. Gain plus 25% block efficiency while blocking special attacks. And that also gives you plus 1250 block efficiency from just the Guardian True Northern Defense synergy. Now on top, alright, of having the Guardian of the Rainbow Bridge cheat death mechanic with Heimdall, you also gain 2 additional cleanse charges here. So that's a really, really great synergy as well. You also have over here Rupture debuffs gain plus 25% potency, but that's not ever really necessary in my opinion. And then you have some generic synergies over here as well. So that Guardian synergy is so incredible that I actually want to start off with a fight that it pretty much would not be possible without it. Well, it would. That's not true at all. But this is 6.1.1 Sabretooth here. No retreat, decimation, oscillate, optimist, dominable, right? So, oscillate. They hit really hard through the block. Right, especially on special attacks, especially on Sabretooth, who gets his fury buffs, right, and all the other stuff. Right away, perfect parry. Zero damage, right? 33 damage. Okay, not too bad. Look at this. We blocked the entire special attack, and we dashed back at the end. Okay, we blocked the first 2 hits. We're going to go for the special 2 here. Boom, get the armor break. Look at this. Blocking the whole thing. Our goal here is not to trigger no retreat a single time in this fight, okay? And we have the Guardian synergy here that gives us plus 25% block proficiency on top of the 1250 additional block proficiency, on top of our decent block proficiency and our very strong armor buff, okay? So all of that is going hand in hand here with some decent damage and some unbelievable sustainability and tankiness, okay? So now we're pretty much fully ramped up in this fight. If you don't know how a War Machine works, essentially, if you want to just nuke something down like there's no tomorrow, you go for 2 special 2s and then you chain special 3s, and then nothing is going to survive, essentially. So the damage that you do with this guy once you ramp up is so good, and more often than not you don't need 2 special 2s. One of them is just enough. If you're using this guy in Alliance War, 1 special 2 is more than enough. But look at this, Sabretooth has 26% health left. Let's see what the special 3 does. Oh, it kills him. So we finished that fight at 80% health. People ask me, what do you like about War Machine? We lost 10% health due to recoil. We lost 10% health in that Sabretooth fight. That, by the way, we got through in about 2 minutes damage-wise. And we lost 10% health blocking every single special that he did. That is so reliable, so sustainable, and really good. So, one thing people say all the time to me is that, oh, his hit count is always so high. Right? So we're going to go in against Winter Soldier here. I don't want you to look at the hit count. I want you to look at the clock, okay? Because I put a timer here, because people always say, oh, his hit count is super high because his special 3 has 29,745 hits in it, and it gets skewed, okay? So I'm bringing along the Mojo synergy that I love that gives me plus 7% offensive power rate, okay? So that's definitely a solid synergy for him if you're going for your double special 2. Okay, so like I said, you don't need to do that. I fought Winter Soldier many times with War Machine just for fun, and very often I've gotten him down just going 1 special 2 into a special 3. Right? You don't. There's no like set rotation that you have to do with this guy. It's just, and oh, look at this, man. Even without the special 3, like Winter Soldier is down about like what 220,000 health at the moment in less than 60 seconds. So if you just chain special 2s, like I mean, look at this. We're doing 8k light attacks without the Fury. We're doing 13k mediums without the Fury. If you don't know, his special 3 puts a Fury on War Machine passive, and you get a passive, just 1 from the special 3, and an additional Fury passive for every single armor break on the opponent, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to have our max 3 passive Furies here, okay? Now, again, do not watch the hit counter, because look at how many hits are in this really awesome special 3 animation. Okay, so now watch the damage here at this point. A 17k light attack, a 27k crit. 90 seconds, man. 90 seconds. Now, by the way, he can do that unduped. Everything you've seen so far, he can do unduped. Now, I don't trigger the SIG ability very often in this video, but why don't we go ahead and trigger it here so I can show you the kind of ridiculous damage that he's capable of doing. Okay, just from the SIG. So, essentially, he triggers Empty the Clip at 15%, right? And he gains a massive Fury, 12 of them, and 12 massive regens. So I'm going to go up to at least 50% here. I think this is just when War Machine was SIG 20, by the way, okay? So we're all ramped up in this fight. And we're just going to go for the special 3, get the 3 passive Furies, and also having 12 passive Furies from the Sig. Watch this. 73k heavy attack, man. Nuts. Nuts. And we'd heal up to 50% health. Nuts. Now, that sort of damage capability makes him really amazing for stuff like Labyrinth of Legends, Abyss of Legends, and other long-form content like that. Over the summer, in the Summer of Pain, he was really good for, was it Venom? Who had the setup and spike node where you needed 5 debuffs. We have a fight in here with that node, so you'll see why, because he has so many debuffs on his special 1. But the way that this guy ramps up for that larger health pools, right? The larger health pools, he's so good for that content, man. One of my favorite champions to run in like Labyrinth and Abyss nowadays. Why? Because I just feel like he's so tanky for me. So the new Alliance War path 6 in Alliance War. There's all the nodes with the prowess, right? Along with like the mini boss node 51. And there are 3 champions in the game who can remove prowess. There's Howard the Duck with the synergy, War Machine on special 1, and Nimrod just cheeses the entire lane. So I rank 3 both Howard and War Machine with that type of node in mind. Not just the nodes, but there's also, as we can see this month, you know, we have the 2 new mutants, right? The dinosaur guy and the frog dude, and they both have a lot of prowess. So in the future, I'm sure we're going to get more nodes that benefit mutants with their prowess and more mutants in general that have prowess. So it's just going to be good to have that type of champion ramped up. Now on top of that, I love what he does for the tech class when it comes to support. I love bringing this guy along, and I think he is a top support champion, one of the best support champions in the entire game for the tech class, right? When he came out, people were calling him like the tech apocalypse, right? I think that's a bit silly. I don't think he's the tech apocalypse, but he really, really, really benefits a lot of tech champions with his pre-fights, man. And another thing is, man, there's so many fights that he's going to be so good for himself. And if you rank him up, he's going to be able to take them. So at this point, we're ramped up, right? We're ramped all the way up. Our cleanse charge, by the way, just purified a stun. Okay, so that's definitely very nice to have. But what I'm doing here after my special 3 is, depending on the health pool, 50k, hit the damage cap, very, very decent. All right, what you want to do here is I want to get back up to the special 3 again. Okay, I want to chain it. Okay, because I don't want to fight without that Fury here. I want to be doing a massive amount of damage with the War Machine just consistently. Okay, so at this point, man, we've done 2 special attacks, lost 10% health from recoil, right? Then we ate 1 combo, we ate a special attack, right? So look at how sustainable we're being in this fight here. It's only been about 2.5 minutes, right? And Old Man Logan is just about dead. At this point, I'm going to be going for some special 1 to get some ruptures up, okay? Now, keep in mind, I'm running Despair 3 out of 3 in this fight, okay? Now, Old Man Logan's regen is not very high, but we're completely blocking it because of Despair. We need 7 debuffs to completely block all healing, which we can do very, very easily with War Machine. So that was a very efficient takedown of Labyrinth Old Man Logan, but it doesn't stop there. He's amazing in the Abyss as well, okay? So we're gonna go for Omega Red here, and I'm not gonna show you the whole fight because I kind of find Abyss fights to be boring to watch personally. I feel like, you know, they're long, so I don't want to make you guys sit through all of that, and I know a lot of you guys don't like to sit through all that, so you're just gonna you know, fast forward through it anyway. So I'm gonna fast forward it for you. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward through this part, the ramp up here, because at this point you've seen the ramp up 3 times. Okay, so you go for the 2 special 2s. For the long fights, at least, you gotta go for both of them. You want to keep it consistent. You want to keep that armor break up the entire time, and you do that by doing the heavy attacks, and you refresh them, and they're gonna be there the entire fight. At this point, right, I'm ready to go for a special 3. In Abyss, you only get so many hits, right? So I'm doing a lot of heavy attacks here. I'm doing a lot of regular medium attacks here, just getting to my special 3 without even being ramped. Omega Red's down to 86% health. Okay, so now check it out. We're going for our first special 3 here. Very important to keep in mind because I'm talking about his sustainability and his tankiness, right? 88% health we're at against Omega Red. 10% of that is from the recoil mastery on the 2 special 2s that we used. Okay, so keep that in mind. 88% health is what we're at. So we've lost, at this point, 3% health. Okay? Just keep that in the back of your mind. And like I said, I'm going to be fast forwarding through a lot of this fight. I'm not going to be showing you this entire fight. Okay? But just wait till you see, man, where he ends this fight. It's nuts to me, man. It's nuts. Fast forwarded just a bit here. I'm now up to about 300 hits on my combo counter. Omega Red is now down to 15% health. Keep in mind, we lost 10% of our health from recoil. War Machine has taken 9% health in chip damage against Omega Red in the Abyss, which is kind of decent. It's kind of decent. See right there's a nice 53k heavy attack. That was kind of decent. And at this point, we have 67 hits left on our combo counter there, which is kind of decent. It's a kind of a decent damage output that we're consistently doing with this guy. And at this point, I'm like, all right, the Fury's about to go. Let's 5-hit combo. Let's kill him off. Right? That was an unbelievably efficient takedown. And again, you can't look at the hit counter that I had because his special 3 has so many hits, right? Really good. Really, really, really good here, man. So, another synergy I love to run with him is the White Magneto synergy because he's both a hero and a metal champion, so he gains both the attack rating and the additional ability accuracy, which he benefits from on his special 1. He has a chance to place ruptures and suppression, right? So a better chance being a metal champion. I like that. Plus, you get that nice passive stun. And some more attack rating if you put it on. Why not, right? So, this is 6.4 Iceman, stun immune, heal block debuff, Matador, and enhanced energy attacks. The utility on War Machine is really great and really underrated, okay? So, for stuff like this, heal block debuff, cold snap debuff, right? Pretty much, War Machine's one of those champions where he has pre-fights, he has 3 pre-fights, and there's really no reason not to use all 3 of your pre-fights if you're getting them back after every fight. Right? So the 3 pre-fights that you get is you get cleanse charges, you get energy resistance, massive energy resistance, and you also get 20% or 15% increased duration on all debuffs that aren't stuns as a tech champion. So we're going into this fight against this Iceman, where the hardest things about him is that there's a cold snap debuff and also a heal block debuff. Well, our cleanse charges are essentially going to take the hardest thing about this fight and purify it. No heal block, no cold snap. And if the cold snap was on us, we would have a massive energy resistance and we wouldn't lose much health. Now, Matador is a wonderful node for War Machine. Why? Because you're going to give the opponent more power quicker than you will gain it from attacking them offensively. So what does that mean? It means you're going to be able to just ramp up so fast, to fully ramp up so fast. Look at this. It has been 20 seconds in the fight and we've thrown both special 2s. At this point, it's like, all right, man, might as well go for our special 3 too, because we're just, like I said, you're giving the opponent more power by hitting them than you're gaining from attacking them. And by the way, you can't gain power anyway in this fight without, getting it from Matador, however you want to say it. I don't care. It doesn't matter, right? Just know how the node works. That's the important thing. Okay, and now look at this. We're at our special 3, man. 2 armor breaks on the opponent. We lost 10% health from recoil, and we're at 89% health. So we've taken 1% down. Like, here's the thing: if you don't run the suicide masteries with War Machine and you fought this fight like this, you would be at 99% health. At this point, I'm ramped up and going for my ruptures. As you can see, they do some decent damage here. I feel like I wish the ruptures were a little bit stronger, fully ramped. I will say that, because more often than not, I'm like, I don't want to go for the special one. The suppression is really nice, because you decrease the defender's power rate while you hit them. You don't want that in this fight, right? But just in general, it's nice to have. To keep with the theme of Iceman, let's go for Ice Phoenix, and let's really push those cleanse charges to the limit here. So this is the boss in 7.1.6. There's Encroaching Stun, Power Access 1, Power Buildup, Power Overflow. Now, like I said, I like to go for the special 2s, right? So I'm going to try to get to my special 2, but with Encroaching Stun and also Power Access 1, it might be kind of hard to get there. So we have our cleanse charges, right? And, you know, when you bring along Heimdall or Silver Surfer or Gamora, you get 2 additional cleanse charges. So right away, get rid of the Suicide Masteries. That's amazing. But here's the thing, though. They kind of work for all debuffs. And the Stun from Encroaching Stun, well, that's just nothing but a debuff, all right? So, you know, right here, check it out. We have 3 cycles of Encroaching Stun just there. It's there for us in case we mess up. Now, when you're doing Encroaching Stun with War Machine, hey, fight it normally. Do your stuns. Do your special attacks. Don't rely on that, right? But this is 60 seconds worth of Encroaching Stun. So right now, I can go for the special 1. I did go for the special 1. Okay, I went for the special 1, but let's say I didn't want to go for the special 1, right? Let's say, oh, because of Power Access 1. That's why. I get it right back. There we go. We're back, right? But let's say I wanted to go right for the special 2. And look at this. You can see really quick. Look at the damage with this 1 armor break. 7.5k light attacks, 14k almost mediums. Really good damage with just 1 armor break and endgame content. This is 700,000 health about on Ice Phoenix, and we're going for the next special 2, not even worrying about Encroaching Stun, because we have 1 more Encroaching Stun protection, all right, for the cleanse. Thanks to the synergy, that's really good. All right, look at this, 17k non-crit heavy attacks without the Fury, 8k non-crit mediums, 12k non-crit light attacks. I mean, this guy has massive damage potential, man. Really good damage, and he's just so tanky, and he feels so smooth to play. I just love him, man. I really do. So up next is Mordo, who, funny story going into this fight, man. One thing that I forgot, this is one of the first fights that I did for this video. I forgot at the time that he has an armor up buff, and that Mordo has Spite. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to see how tanky he is. How many special 3s can we tank from Mordo? Essentially, is what we're going to see, because, I mean, he has Spite. It's depending on the AI. He's just going to be constantly gaining power, and we don't have anything to counter that. We're going to be testing our tankiness in this fight. That's what we're doing, man. We're testing the tank. Tank test. We're doing a tank test, right? I thought about making a video series called Tank Test. I think it could be cool, right? Starting off strong. Getting hit by a special 2. Just starting strong. Keep in mind, Soul Barb on the special 2, that's a debuff. Cleanse it. Shrug it right off. Don't need it, right? So here at this point, I'm like, all right, she's gaining power. Like, I don't even know, man. Let's just see what happens, and let's just go for it. Let's just try to do some stuff on Mordo. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to win this fight. He's got to get to a special 3 eventually. But look at this. Even 1 armor break from the special 2. 9k mediums, 6k light attacks. Amazing damage from 1 special 2. Just solid stuff, right? At this point, I'm like, all right, there's Hurt Locker here. I think I'm going to go for another special 2. Am I not going to go for that? I guess I'm not. I guess I'm going for the special 3. Very interesting. Wow. I recorded this like 3 days ago, so I'm kind of watching it for the first time here with you guys. So yeah, I'm going for my special 3 here with only 1 armor break debuff on Mordo, so I'm only going to have 2 passive Furies, but that's okay, because Mordo's already down to 40% health, right? Now, one downside here is that he's going to have his Astral Evade. Now, watching it back, I should have just... Can we really quick, can we just look at how quickly he threw this special 3? It looked like the stun debuff was still there. That's how fast he was. But looking back at it, what I should have done was I should have attacked him, let him Astral Evade, and the degen, oh my god, is a debuff, and it would have been cleansed from the cleanse charges. Crazy, right? Just crazy. So the type of utility with the cleanse and the energy resistance, it like kind of knows no bounds for me. I keep discovering new things with it. Now look at this. We're eating special 3s back to back. Let's see how tanky we are. Tank test. From 62% to 44%, we lost 18% health. So in theory, we could tank 5 special 3s. That's decent. I don't know. It's decent. So at this point, we're going to kill him off with the special 1. And the Do Not Go Gentle did some decent damage to us. I don't know, man. He's definitely not, like, the best option for Mordo. But for me, I feel like when I play War Machine, it's very rare I enter a fight, even if he's not amazing for the fight, where I'm like, I have no chance to win this fight. That's just the type of champion that he feels like to me. And I really like those champs a lot because they cover a lot of ground for me, you know? But yeah, so this is going to be a really interesting one right now. This is, in my opinion, the hardest boss in 7.2. Void, Setup and Spike, and Safeguard, dude, okay? So this guy has about 800,000 health. He's a beefy Void. His attack rating is very high. Whenever the defender is knocked down, they remove their active debuffs. If more than 6 debuffs are removed, they take 500% of the attacker's attack as direct damage. Otherwise, the attacker takes a burst of physical damage equal to 50% of the defender's attack. So you can't knock him down unless you have 6 debuffs. Well, we are going to go into this fight with a very different strategy that we've had in previous fights. And I like this fight a lot, actually. I like this fight a lot. So, this is really, truly one of the harder bosses in all of Act 7, in my opinion. And War Machine might be one of the best options for it. Why? Well, you're going to find out in just a second. First and foremost, we're running the Suicide Masteries, okay? As always. Cleanse Charges gets rid of them, so we don't have to worry about Void degen damage. But, in case we can't do this and manage the combo properly, we have 3 safety nets. 3 of them. How about that? How about that? We get about 10 debuffs on our special 1. If, you know, we get some decent RNG. So we're just going to consistently spam the special 1. And guess what, guys? If recoil gets too much for us, which by the way it won't because Void is dropping faster than we will drop. When we get to 15% health, we're going to heal up to about 55% health. So, as long as we play kind of safe here, it's going to be very hard for War Machine to lose this fight. This is like a prime example of what I'm talking about. He is not a flashy champ. He's not. He's not the fastest champ, but he is tanky, sustainable, reliable, and he feels smooth to me, man. He just feels like a rock. You know, when I'm playing with War Machine, I'm like, dude, I just feel like strong when I play with him. I don't even know how to explain it, man. It's like I feel like this guy is just able to go into a fight. Maybe it's his animations, man. Like maybe it's just like he has like those old school 2015 MCOC Iron Man animations, right? That just like he just feels like, I don't even know, man, like a train just barreling into you. The special 1 pushes you back and keeps you in the corner like that. And just has so many hits, and it's like the perfect length to like keep the fight under control for you. Another thing, man, the special 1 has 5 hits that is really allowing me to control my combo when I'm fighting Void here, right? Where I'm just not ever triggering those debuffs. Like, it's crazy to me, man. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's TV. I feel like he got such a simple buff, but I just feel like his animations didn't change. He got something on his special 2, something on his special 1, and something on his special 3, and then the pre-fights. But he just feels so solid to me, man. I don't know. I really like him a lot. If you can't tell from this video. Like this takedown right here, it's just he keeps just chipping away at. Just keeps chipping away at. You know? So up next, we're gonna jump into variant 4, Electro. And in this one, we're going to be showcasing that energy resistance equal to armor rating. Okay? So his static shock, right? Electro static shock. Oh, by the way, I had boosts on for this because I tried to do I tried to do variant 3 Kang. And what I always forget about Kang is that he shrugs off debuffs, all debuffs, when he recycles his health. So I was gonna, do special 2, and then I was gonna go for special 3 while triggering the Sig ability and try to nuke him down in 20 seconds, but I couldn't keep the armor breaks up, so, But yeah, anyway, I had a couple boosts on for this fight because I did this one right after. But in this fight as well, there's also this node over here, Crackling Energy. Striking the defender with a combat attack puts a passive energy damage over time effect on the attacker, dealing 0.50% of their max health every second for 10 seconds, stacking up to 10 times. Striking the defender with a non-contact attack removes all the stacks. Okay. Or we could just put on the energy resistance pre-fight and see how that does for us. Now keep in mind, we also have with us Guardian. So there's special 1 bias here, and his special 2 is very, very annoying to evade, very difficult to evade in my opinion, right? But we could just block it. We could just block it, man. Now keep in mind, we are certainly taking damage. We're certainly taking damage here. However, if we didn't have this energy resistance on, we would be taking much, much, much more damage. Okay? Hey, 69%. Nice. So, we're blocking the special 2. That's doing about 4% damage on us, right? So, we're definitely taking damage here, man. We're definitely taking damage. But if you go into this fight with a champion that is not ready to fight this Electro without an Electro counter, you're not getting through this Electro. You're just not. You're just not getting through him because he just static shocks you to death, man. And at this point, we're down to 14% health and we're about to heal all the way up. So we're healing, and now he's dead. So not the most beautiful fight in this Ultimate Showcase, but the fact that he could do it, one of the only champions who could do it at this point. I mean, you need an Electro counter, but do you think of War Machine when you think of an Electro counter? No, you probably don't. I personally don't, but that energy resistance is pretty darn legit, man. And in fact, why don't we start showcasing off with a nice little utility showcase here? So he has an armor up buff, right? So he has a great Havoc counter. As you can see, they exploded, but we did no damage. I don't think I have to explain to you guys in 2022 how to fight Havoc, but just the fact that he has an armor up buff is going to make him very useful for a variety of different situations, Havoc being one of them, of course, right? So yeah, he's great for Havoc. He's going to be good if you see a Havoc on Path 6 in Alliance War. I bet he's going to be decent for it, or just a Havoc in anywhere. He's going to be decent for it, as long as your armor up buff doesn't get removed. Okay, check it out. We got all of our plasma debuffs up. We're healing from them, and when they explode, it wouldn't kill us. Now, that energy resistance, right? Look at this node. Inflicts shock damage, draining 100% of our health over 30 seconds. This is supposed to kill us in 30 seconds. We are leaving the cleanse charge off because that would remove it. So we also have the bleed taking us down and the poison consistently taking us down, and the poison also reducing our willpower healing by 30%. So we have 3 debuffs taking us down. Okay? And this shock is supposed to bring us down to 0% health in 30 seconds. So after 30 seconds, we're going to see where our health is. Let's see how strong this energy resistance is in combination with War Machine's armor rating. Okay? After 30 seconds, we have 80% health. And that includes 5%, 6% from the bleed, probably 1% from the poison over that time, 2% maybe. So we took like what? 13% health when we were supposed to take 100% health off? That's a very beefy energy resistance, man. Very beefy energy resistance, dude. Definitely decent. Definitely decent. Now, of course, just use the cleanse charge. You won't have to worry about it in the first place. But that was just a quick way I could show you the energy resistance for other things, right? Now, his special attacks, by the way, can't be evaded. That's pretty decent. That's pretty useful, right? I like it. It just cannot be evaded. Back in the day, we used to use Stark Spidey or War Machine to auto dex that special one. So this is a node here. There are lots of nodes like this. Places an Incinerate on us at the start of the fight. Cleanse charges. Completely turns the node off. And there you go. And there you freaking go, man. He has a lot of utility. He has a lot of utility and a lot of damage. So this is that Darkhawk in 6.4.3. And this fight is still tough, man. If you're not using like a solid counter, it's still tough. Now, War Machine is most certainly not a solid counter for this fight. But this is just like one of those fights where I was talking about before, where he's so sustainable and so tanky to me. And so like easy to play that like I said, I feel like it's very rare I go into a fight, even if I'm not like supposed to be taking that fight, where I think like, I don't know if I'm going to win this fight. This is kind of like one of those scenarios where this guy is just throwing his special attacks, and dude, the Guardian synergy is so underrated, man. Plus 25% block proficiency on top of the plus 1250 block proficiency that you get while blocking specials. We've blocked 3 entire Darkhawk special ones, and we've lost 1% health from that. That's nuts. That's nuts. It's just really good. So at this point, like, what I'm thinking to myself is like, all right, maybe I'll get to like, 2 special 2s or something. And Darkhawk is just like he's being a bit of a jerk, to put it simply, man. Like, he got me in the corner. This guy's not throwing his special attacks at all. I'm like, all right, man, I'll put you back in shield mode. Now check it out. Ready? So usually you hit into his block on shield mode, right? And you take lots of damage back. We're losing about 1% health. Why? Because we got that energy resistance, man. It comes in handy. Comes in handy, dude. When you're playing this guy as an offensive champion, you want to just keep using those pre-fights for yourself. By the way, if you didn't know, you win a fight, you get 1 back, and for every hero on your team, you get another 1 back. That's how the pre-fights work. Okay? So yeah. So this guy, he's not playing with me here. He's like, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and hold my special attacks. I feel like Darkhawk is one of those champions who feels like he just doesn't want to ever use his specials. So at this point, I'm like, all right, man, maybe special 2, again, Hurt Locker. Can I get a heavy attack off? Can I do it just in time? Perfect. All right. So now we got both of our armor breaks up. And Darkhawk is just keeping me in the corner. I'm taking so many blocked hits, man. I'm blocking so many special attacks. I have to parry so many times. I'm just eating stuff on the block, right? I'm in the corner. Most champions would be like really losing serious health here. I'm hitting into the block when he's in the shield mode. Supposed to be taking a lot of damage. Look at this, man. Pretty decent. That did some damage right there, that one. But just like for the most part, man, we're just sitting pretty here. Darkhawk is draining. We're taking some chip damage, no doubt about it, man. But we are getting this guy down. And like I said, this is one of those fights where like, yo, War Machine should not be the first choice for taking down this Darkhawk. But he can do it. And look at that nice 17k medium. Not bad. He spent so much of this fight in the shield mode, right? That so much of our damage was just like mitigated because of it. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, man, if I just get to a special 3, I win. The fight is over and done with. At this point, it's like, geez, man. Like, oh my god, can we just finish this fight at this point, please? I'm like, just please. And you know what? At this point, I'm like, you know what, man? 3% health? Hit me with the heavy attack. Do it. Do it. Activate Empty the Clip for me. And now I'm going to hit you with 12 passive furies. That's what you get, man. For being such a jerk that entire fight. That's what you get. Right? So yeah, pretty decent stuff, right? Now, another fight, man, that he could do that, oh my god, I don't recommend you do, is 6.1 Crossbones. Now, why could he do this? The thing about Crossbones is that he has the poison that he puts on you at the beginning of the fight. That's supposed to kill you over 30 seconds. With the cleanse charges, this just turns into a power struggle Crossbones with vigor. Now, let me ask you a question. How does War Machine get his damage, right? His special 2 puts an armor break on the opponent. You don't need 2 of them, but I do recommend you use at least 1. What's the problem here with Crossbones? Well, Crossbones likes to shrug. He likes to shrug things off just a little bit. We can watch the 4-minute fight, or you can just trust me when I tell you, he shrugged off every special 2 armor break that I did. Every single one. All that damage up there is essentially from recoil. Didn't go for any special 3s. That hit counter is not from the special 3. Can he do this fight? Yeah. Do I recommend it? If he's your only option, yeah. But if you have more options, I don't recommend it. But yeah, man. I mean, like, this is just another example. Another example of like, oh, he shouldn't really be doing amazing in that fight, but he could do it, right? I think there were a lot of impressive fights in this video. The Crossbones one, the Darkhawk ones wouldn't be at the top of my list, but hey, man, he can do it, right? So this video is getting pretty long, man. I'm gonna cut it off here, but I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did not understand the power of War Machine prior to this video, if you did not understand how tanky and sustainable and smooth he feels to play, I do hope that you saw that in this video, and if you have one, I do hope you give him a shot, because currently he's one of my favorite champions in the entire game to play, and I would love it if you gave him a shot, because I do think you would like him as well. But anyway, my dudes, that's it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big ol' like, comment what you think about War Machine at rank 3 in the comment section below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any other future Ultimate Showcase videos coming to you in the future. I'll be seeing you around.